Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, celestial guardians of the new Edenic timeline. Happy new moon in Capricorn and 2222 portal of the 4-4. On the second day of the new Earth year 2022, we keep holding the line with the faith of the sacred and the courage of the lion, as all is coming into perfect alignment for the new Earth manifestation. All StarSeed Guardians of the true Ascension timeline, we stand guard over all the portals and gateways to only allow the highest good and light to pass through, for the assistance of the Holy Spirit to bridge heaven and earth through all living pure hearts of homo-Luminous. Earth angelic ground crew of the 144, rise into the clear light of bliss to hold the doorway of eternity open for this final quantum leap of consciousness into the new human of Christ consciousness and Buddha awareness of the unborn mind of the eternal self. As keepers of the blessed rays of the threefold flames, we shine brightly into the field for the elevation of the spirit of humanity to fly free and release all that holds us down. As we continue to make our way further along the path of the rainbow column on the Tzolk'in calendar, we journey closer to the 0-point void space of the great central sun. We realize our true nature as one in unity with Source Creator and sit within the silence and stillness as we cultivate the power to make the exodus through the final Omega point into the promised land of eternal bliss consciousness. We keep holding the visions of our true heart's delight upon the full anchoring and manifestation of the new heaven upon the new earth. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions for you today from our sacred earth scribes. So be sure to stick around to the very end, and if you could please do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below on what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your visions, your dreams, and please share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you haven't yet, also subscribe to this channel. We put out daily transmissions for the great ascension process and the great awakening, victory to the light. And now with these powerful energetics flowing in, we had many activations all over Pachamama with 101 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. Synchronizing with the 1-1 portal yesterday and the 22-22 portal today, the most powerful on the Ring of Fire, Vanuatu, with a 6-0 just an hour ago at 2:09 UTC, 13.195 latitude, 166.819 longitude, 104 kilometer depth. Earlier today in Puerto Rico, we had a 3.6, Council of 9 coming in. New Atlantis energy, Yunnan, China, 5.4, another 9 activation, 9-9 portal, 9910 greed. Then we had 2 powerful activations in the root chakra of Mother Earth, South Sandwich Islands with a 5.1, 4.8, both 35 kilometer depth, 8-8 portal. Lionsgate, the Lyra nation of the new Lemuria coming in. The sacred portal again today, Afghanistan, where the 3 holy mountains merge together. Tien Shan, celestial mountain in the north, Kunlun in the middle, Himalayan to the south with a 4.2 activation, 218 kilometer depth. San Juan, Argentina, South America, Andes Mountains, Kundalini Pachamama, 44 kilometer depth, 444 portal. We had a powerful activation in Greece with a 4.3. Chile, South America, also Andes Mountains, 4.8. Another activation in the root, South Sandwich Islands, 5-0. Tonopah, Nevada, 3-0. Canada, Vancouver Island, Crown of Lemuria, we had a 4.4. These activations and energies flowed fully up the spine from the root to the crown of Pachamama. Southern Alaska 3-0, Indonesia 4.8, Tonga 5-0, Stanton, Texas 30, Guam 50, Indonesia 5055 portal, Vanuatu 44, in the portal of Western Xizang, formerly known Tibet, the Plateau of Tibet 4.4, another 88 activation, Mentone, Texas 32, Big Lake, Alaska 30, then the most powerful Vanuatu 6.0 on the Ring of Fire, a little northeast of Australia. Button Willow, California 3.8, 30, 17 kilometer depth, 17 of the Q, the Quelle, source energy coming in. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 17 degrees, 55 minutes Capricorn. The sun is at 12 degrees, 44 minutes Capricorn. Another 4-4 code into the 5-5. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 13 degrees Capricorn. A fire worshipper meditates on the ultimate realities of existence. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 18 degrees Capricorn. The Union Jack flies from a new British warship, from astrologyweekly.com. Now my Sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the Oracle deck, Beyond Lemuria, from Izzy Ivy. The card she pulled for you today, card 38, New Blueprints. Be the change, take action, take a step no matter how small, ignite an upward spiral, make a positive change, ethics and compassion, creating a ripple of light. Be the change you wish to see is an empowering mantra to remind us that we can step up and create the blueprints for the world we want to know. Powerful, meaningful change starts with you today. Despite our desire to see change, we can be overwhelmed by all that is going on in the world, and making a positive impact can seem impossible. It is healthy to have an interest in what is happening around us, but it is important not to become so disheartened that we can't find the inner light to ignite even the tiniest upward spiral of improvement. There is still so much natural beauty on this incredible blue planet, and there are organizations and solo game changers creating amazing transformation all the time. Shift your focus onto what is possible rather than what isn't. Stepping forward with action, however small, will benefit the vibration of the planet in some way. We have more of a voice than we realize. As consumers, we can direct our energy and make a difference through ethical choices. By stepping out of our own needs and wants, we can help someone less privileged. We can pick up trash, be present with someone, or smile at those we share a path with. Small acts create a ripple of goodness in the world. Consider how all beings can co-inhabit this glorious planet. Could you design a blueprint for ethical, compassionate, heart-centered living? What would the guardians of this earth need to do, need to be? How would they feel about themselves? What can you do to uphold this? And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Celia Fenn. Today is the first lunar portal of the year, the new moon in Capricorn. Because Pluto is still in Capricorn, the energies of transformation are still very strong. The old is giving way to the new. Here in Cape Town, we buried Nobel Peace Prize winner Archbishop Desmond Tutu on the 1st, and on the 2nd, the Houses of Parliament caught fire and are extensively damaged, fire still burning. We shall see what the 3rd holds. But really it seems like an old order is giving way and making space for the new to arise. Please use this time to go within and consider what may need to still be released in your life as you work with the energies of the new Earth timeline. I am personally making an intention to focus on healthy and simple eating this year. I think food supply chains will be an issue in many places, so focusing on what is grown locally and supporting local urban farmers in my area is a good idea. Also creating sacred spaces and working with nature to activate the template for the original sacred garden in our lives. What are your ideas for the new moon and beyond? From StarChildGlobal.com. And from Divine Angel of the Light, Vrinda, 888 Freedom Earth. Beautiful transmission today from the Central Sun. I hope you felt it. Tons of light codes incoming. Energy much lighter. All is getting exposed. Victory of the light. Hold the line. They are trying really hard to lower collective vibes by spreading some dark energy. I've never felt and seen so many people getting sick from Europe to Africa all of a sudden around Christmas. Especially this time, light workers seem to be affected too. Light and love. We are in 9 hours of a Schumann blackout and moderate solar storm. Light codes keep flooding in. Last 2 days before I wake up, I keep seeing brain and all surroundings in full light and feeling joy. We are receiving beautiful activations. Keep visualizing and feeling 2022 will be the best year yet. New earth, freedom, joy, unity for all, abundance, divine codes of heart awakening, raising vibrations. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin, the quantum leap and paradigm shift of the collective consciousness to the new time-space coordinate to the one true organic ascension reality is now completing. As we deeply shift and change from within us, our realities shift for us, all from the inside out. Let's keep doing this, keep merging, unifying, synchronizing, and blending with your crystal avatar, ascended master guardian self, and new organic ascension earth realities. Feel this, be the frequency, be the change and divine love that changes and heals all through us standing in full integrity and alignment with Christ, God Source consciousness, embodiment and the full activation of our sacred crystalline DNA, diamond rainbow plasma, crystal, star light bodies, and crystal hearts now blooming wide open. Our time has come. This is it. This is what we came for. Happy liftoff. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from Divine Brothel of the Light, Paul Dobry Carey. The Lyran Star Gateway opens on January 1st, 2021, and the effects of its incoming energy surge are already being felt by those attuning to the higher frequency light-encoded energies we can expect during 2022. It began opening on the solstice date of 21/12/21 and opens fully on the polarity day of 1/1/22 and continues streaming high energy until the Trinity date of 11/1/22. That is January 11th, 2022. This will greatly assist our progress by energizing the Sacred Heart Nexus located at the thymus to allow the Christ consciousness energies to open as a portal within, bringing the rich, deep experience of unconditional love, compassion, and acceptance of self as a divine being. Many, however, may have not been prepared for the sheer amount of clearance work that still remains at deeper levels within the emotional and mental bodies. 2021 saw the subsequent resonance of deeply buried and forgotten memories rising from the depths, energized in vibration and frequency, and attracting the very scenarios that allowed us to look at issues and triggers derived from childhood, parental, sibling, and partner relationships. In seeking methods of dealing with these issues, many have developed practices and rituals to assist themselves with integration and realization. Affirmations, invocations, and meditations are all methods used by walking masters of light for recognizing the gratitude of love that already flows through you under the divine direction of the Law of One. If someone tells you to leave your cooled, air-conditioned home and go outside and stand in the hot midday sun, you'll soon feel the power and strength of the sun as light and heat upon you. It is not the person that told you to do so that created that power. It is the awareness they brought to what already exists within and around you. Call in an angel, ascended master, elemental, god, goddess, to invoke the energy that already forms your Merkaba, light soul body, and amplify your own toroidal sphere through your focused intention, mental will, emotional desire, physical action, upon the specific higher frequencies of light to manifest and energize you from within. This is your power. Thank the messenger for their message. Give gratitude to the angel for the purity of their energy frequency of light. Recognize the elementals for their embodiment of light in physical form. Honor the master for showing the way of the light. Give grace towards the god, goddess for personifying the qualities of the light frequency. Praise the source of divinity for becoming light present within you. You are the realized power of the light which you focus your intention upon. You become the manifestation of that intention in physical form. This is what you are. The light of Source manifests here and now. To assist you in this process, this is offered to you by the cosmic messenger, Polaris AB, under divine direction of the Law of One. I, my name, align myself in the here and now to the source of pure encoded light that flows through the Lyran Stargate until January 11th, 2022. I invoke, embody, and personify the divine qualities, virtues, and powers of this encoded light within my body, mind, and soul, so that it flows and fulfills every cell and particle of my being, refreshing and renewing me with the purity of divine light, so that I become one with Source in manifest form. I invoke the divine spark of Source to ignite the sacred fire within me, to lift and raise the power of the light, to join my sacred heart and sacred mind in divine union. I give gratitude and grace to receive these divine light codes and invoke the power of light within me, to lift the veils of darkness and shine my Christed light in the form of love into this world in all I say and do. Let it be so, let it be so, let it be so. With loving blessings, Paul Dobrikeri from PolarisAB.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel, the Exalted One. It is the time when the Magdalene is rising within as one with the Christ consciousness, as balance and harmony are being restored, Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine as one divinity. The power of love is sweeping through humanity with a white flame of illumination, and thus all are being lifted now into a wide open heart, where the soul attributes crescendo forth, and thus new beginnings and all forms and expressions of the soul. This is unprecedented. It goes way beyond whatever humanity knew before, and into the state where all is boundless. There is no end and no beginning. All is. I sat in a high council meeting last night with Lord Melchizedek, Mary Magdalene, and Yeshua, and the high council of Melchizedek, and that of the white flame, with that of the sacred sisterhood of the rose, and the holy Sophia. And I was shown how the beautiful power of love is expanding its heart opening of souls in the deepest and profoundest ways. The shackles and bounds, the fortresses around the heart center are breaking up as the soul powers are being released. The heart center is the sacred and holy grail, and one of the three suns in the body, when ignited in those who are fully Christ-conscious and aware. The Holy Sophia brings its anchoring, the keys and codes of wisdom, in the highest degrees, with the shining and illumined ones, have always held. It works through the heart center and the power of love in the highest degrees. Add in the Holy Shekinah, pouring in the Holy Spirit, and this is a lifting of those souls who now stand in the fullness of the Christ consciousness into a much higher state of illumined being. It is a new state. It is a new expanded cosmic consciousness which embraces all and everything. It firmly anchors in the Divine Feminine in her most beautiful, soft, yet powerful creative principle, steeped in love, all embracing with the beautiful and forward movement of the Divine Masculine in his most expanded and love-filled form as one. Thus all loving relationships will go through immense transitions now. What was once broken is being healed. What was once misunderstood is now being understood. What was once obscured is now being known. What was once hidden purposefully is now coming forth. Archangel Gabriel is overseeing this process with Archangel Metatron and Seraphim, Seraphina, and Lord Melchizedek, Mary Magdalene, and Yeshua, with the high councils in the highest degrees. It is the return of the faith, hope, and love, yet more than this, the power of love. Add to this unity. We will start experiencing oneness and unity within ourselves profoundly, and as we are one within and fully embrace our divinity, it is manifest outside of us, as all become as one. There is much rejoicing in the divine high councils, for there are many souls who have worked towards this for many thousands of earth years. They were prepared before incarnation for this mammoth task, fully knowing that they would be tested to the very core of their heart and souls. As you hear these words, there will be a mass triggering in your soul, as this speaks directly into the core of your heart and soul and the deepest knowing inside. The divine high councils are now fully engaged in awakening souls into far deeper levels than before, for it is this awakening which is bringing forth the co-creation of the new earth. I have spoken from JudithKusel.com, and from Divine Brothor of the Light Pars Kute. Welcome to the new year, dear ones, which will be one that holds surprises and change. Much is going to be exposed during this coming year, and some of it will shock many of us. Most of us have already intuited many areas of change, but some things will come as a surprise. Our energy has shifted to a new resonance, causing us now to be out of energetic alignment with much we have always accepted as part of our lives. Evolution does not stop when a person awakens out of the third-dimensional belief system. That is just the beginning. Ascension is nothing more than the expansion of consciousness through the integration of truth, which then automatically dissolves the false and becomes a person's state of consciousness. Because there is only one consciousness. Every individualization of this one consciousness is already a full and complete. But when a person does not understand this, they continue to create and live in a world of illusion, experiencing the various forms of duality and separation they have ignorantly created. The spiritual journey is the process of peeling away the impersonal and false debris that every person in ignorance has over the course of many lifetimes allowed to accumulate in consciousness. Once a deeper, fuller realization of truth takes place, it does not mean we then leave our ordinary life behind, but rather means that because we now understand and have integrated the higher truths regarding ourselves and the world, we can live in the world but not be of it. A higher state of consciousness automatically responds to the world in higher ways because consciousness is what we are. We serve the light and assist with the Earth's ascension process simply by being who we are. High-frequency light energies from the higher dimensions are stirring up and exposing pockets of dark energy that have lain hidden and often disguised as ordinary people, places, or things. All will eventually be exposed and dissolve into the nothingness that they are formed of. The divine plan has been activated and is unfolding as it must for the highest and best good of all. Our job is to hold the light of truth while trusting that all is proceeding according to divine plan personally and globally, which means accepting that in spite of appearances, the reality is that everything is already perfect and whole. The past is complete, having served to bring the world to where it is now, ready for the new and higher. We are in the midst of a massive consciousness shift. Creations formed from higher states of consciousness can only be better than those formed from the lower resonances of the past. With divine love of one, Pars Kute, and from divine Sistar of the Light, Nicola de Alonso, the path of the guardian is not easy. The guardians are those who come to restore order. They come when a civilization is at the brink of destruction to revive the balance. They love different, they fear nothing, they are wanted everywhere. They're family-oriented, and they just can't keep up with all those who desire their attention and boundless value. The path of the guardian is deeply rooted in noble convictions, and these convictions serve a purpose much greater than themselves. So even when the guardian doesn't like to do something, he has to override himself and do what is right for the sake of civilization. To love a guardian is to love his mission and calling, because that is the only way you can understand him. He dies many deaths through trial and tribulations for the sake of the path. He dies only to find immortality in his calling. The path of peace, salvation, righteousness, honor, nobility, balance, love, character, integrity, civilization, and service to others. He is driven by a force that is not his own. Therefore he belongs only to God, because it is his mission that is first and foremost in his life. May God grant you understanding and clarity when you're left to love a guardian. And now, beloved beings of light, it was when I met my sacred condor that I transformed from a dragon guide to an eagle guardian. And thank you to all of you that have supported us and assisted us in this great transition and transformation. We are truly grateful for you all. From Divine Sistar of the Light, Dr. Shavi M. Ali, January 2022, Preparing for the New. On Sunday, January 2nd, 2022, Mercury, the planet of thought frequencies, communication, brain function, and messages, moves into Aquarius in the tropical zodiac, the sign in which it will retrograde from January 14th to February 4th. This is also the day of the first new moon of 2022, which occurs in tropical Capricorn. The same is the case with planetary retrogrades, and in this case we are dealing with Mercury's entrance into Aquarius. New moons are indicative of new opportunities for new starts in personal situations such as career objectives, relationships, financial ideas, etc. However, because the new moon of January also enters the cosmic auditorium, along with the opening of the Mercury retrograde portal, which is known as its pre-shadow, this is not an opportune time to move full speed ahead. Rather, it is time to be internally focused and to think about future actions and what the possible outcomes could be because of them. With the new moon being in tropical Capricorn, the sign of Capricorn is governed by the planet Saturn. January's major energy will be that of lessons to be learned, the need for better organizational structure, military situations, which also concerns police activity, the operations of big business, corporations, industries, smaller businesses, schools, even religious institutions, major governmental laws, policies, and procedures, the need for discipline and discernment and restrictions either self-imposed or mandated by outside authorities. In the USA tropical chart, the sign of Capricorn is on its second natal house. This is the house of finances and material concerns. There will most likely be dramatic happenings in economic structures both within the USA and with its allied nations. The major issues will be slowly stirred up due to the coming Mercury retrograde, and after Mercury is direct, new economic situations will speed up, some to people's liking and some to people's frustration. Just as a planet is going retrograde, and just as it is becoming direct, is energy magnified. Watch for magnifications in the first week of January 2022 with the entrance of the new moon, as Mercury goes retrograde January 14th, and then again as it moves direct in early February. Be careful of unnecessary spending. Along with all of the foregoing, cosmic events are very powerful. Elevated solar winds in the upper 400s or over 500 kilometers a second. Strong solar flares in the upper C-class and M-class ranges. Coronal mass ejections, whose symbols are colorful, auroras, and a planetary magnetosphere that is pressed into and filled with plasma waves from all that has just been mentioned. Serious weather patterns have already happened, such as earthquakes over 5.0 on the Richter scale in many places, a damaging tornado in the state of Kentucky, USA, and storms and floods in other places in the world as well. Earth Gaia is further being cleansed and cleared of many eons of troubling occurrences, and is receiving even greater amounts of healing and elevating source light, and so is all of creation upon her. Upgrades to DNA and cellular records is not over merely because we have entered into a new Gregorian timeline year. Source is not concerned about human contrived dates and times or numerical philosophies. Source has its own methodologies and space-time continuums, and does indeed give us messages based upon the cosmic holy book. Source has allowed humanity to learn about and to be able to calculate planetary angles and their vibrational frequencies, and solar system energetics and galactic modalities. Humans do not control these forces. They are only learned about and can be worked with for planetary betterment. However, there is a caveat. Collective consciousness does send messages into the ethereal realm via thoughts, emotions, words, and actions, like sending a telegram to someone that is later answered in some manner. In similar fashion, cosmic forces answer collective consciousness telegrams with flares, winds, coronal mass ejections, magnetosphere waves, etc., which then orchestrate earthly events such as strong weather patterns as described above. Let us take a look at the story of Noah in the scripture called the Holy Bible. Many people believe that there was an actual Noah, that an ark sits atop a place called Mount Ararat, that a flood destroyed the then known world all except for Noah's family. Too many people are not yet ready to understand that many holy books, which includes the Holy Bible, uses a lot of metaphors as lessons. The character Noah represents a type of human consciousness, one which believes in and follows sacred principles. The ark represents a place of safety, away from the storms of life. It also represents various arcs or stars in the heavens. The dove is a reworking of the old Neter, divine force of Ma'at, of ancient Kemet, which symbolizes truth, justice, balance, harmony, and righteousness. Noah gathering two of every kind of animal on the planet represents human levels of consciousness, all of which have opportunities to be saved from the storms of life, if they enter the ark of safety, belief in and anchoring to source light. The flood represents pralaya, strife from the Sanskrit language, problems, challenges, hard lessons physically, mentally, emotionally, and also spiritually. Those who laughed at Noah in the story were those who did not believe in divine principles and did not heed the warnings which came in various waves over a long while. Thus they drowned in their own arrogance, ego, and disbelief. The same messages are extant in other holy texts. In the Bhagavad Gita, for example, the war fought between two family factions represents the human struggle between the lower self and the higher self. In the Holy Quran, there is the teaching of the human inner struggle taught as jihad, holy war. Yet there are those of the Islamic persuasion who have taken this literally and wage war against anyone who is not of their particular religious orientation. For many ages, humanity has used so-called religions to hate and destroy each other. Mama Earth, Gaia, has been harmed by such chaos and is no longer tolerating it, nor is Source, who has given humanity dominion via its use of consciousness, that is free will, to create its own planetary conditions. However, with much of humanity unable to lovingly be with one another on the planet, Source has now increased its sacred light frequency for transformation. Mankind is being given a consciousness correction. Looking at the word mankind, the phoneme man is from the Sanskrit manas, which translates as mind and as consciousness. The word kind is defined as type. Thus to be labeled as mankind is to have a type of consciousness. Thus do we revisit the Noah story and others of its kind in the world's holy books. Many of the stories deal with how the use of consciousness can create certain circumstances. If time were taken to do a detailed exegesis of the world's major holy books, and this requires many years of intense study, people would be astounded and shocked at what would be revealed. Some of us have been blessed to do such studies, and we are still studying. The studies are wonderful and amazing. While the year of 2022 has been titled as the year of the great reveal, the month of January is the month of inner guidance. Use this month to journal about world events and how they are related to cosmic happenings which occur. Think about changes that are best made for your peace, comfort, and closer connection to Source. Consider whether or not you are truly following the principles of the path that you claim to believe in, or even if you actually understand your path. Wear your favorite prayer mala daily as a sacred vibration of Source frequency. Wear fragrant, calming, healing oils. Engage in healthy exercises. Also get out in nature and observe the natural canvas of the ultimate artist, free of mankind's concrete and steel. Eat organically and drink spring water. Take natural supplements. In other words, work on your inner and outer fields, just as the inner and outer fields of Earth Gaia are being worked on. All of this will send your personal telegram into the ethereal realms for answering back with renewed vitality, higher knowledge, abundance, joy, and a closer relationship to Source. A new planet is coming into manifestation more dynamically, more for some than others, because we are tuned into the divine symphony. Over many years we have worked on our tuning up our instruments, spiritual paths, physical vessels, emotional settings, activities. No one need be left behind, unless they really choose to be left. The concept of New Earth deals with a new collective consciousness in a very large percentage. There is not going to be two material Earths, yet in reality there are many planets which are filled with life and which can hold life. Many are just like our planet and have lots of water. We are speaking here, however, this particular planet known as Earth Gaia and as Geb in ancient times and as the blue planet. If a large enough percentage of mankind elevates in manas, consciousness, we can enter the new golden age. We can become more crystallized than some of us are already becoming, and that has yet to begin the process of being. Let us get it done. As Sri Krishna teaches, all problems in life arise from some weakness of mind, due to the ignorance of its own essential nature, which is universal, and the source of infinite energy and intelligence. In the Sanskrit language, there is a mantra that is often recommended by Vaidyas, physicians of the healing path of Ayurveda, which translates as science of life, for healing depression and anxiety, which is very prevalent in current times, especially due to the pandemic and governmental mandates. The mantra is So Hum, which translates as I am that. Its message is that we are in and of the divine, and have been created originally in perfection, and are meant to be in superb health at all times. We can return to perfection with anchoring to the light. In Hebrew there is the phrase Aye, Asher, Aye, which translates as I am that I am. This is what Source said to Moses in the story of the giving of the 10 Commandments, when Moses asked who was speaking to him. It is often stated by Kabbalists when they have received a blessing from Source. Muslims often say Allah Akbar, which translates as God is great. All paths have a way of proclaiming the greatness, compassion, mercy, and blessings of Source. Observe how in nature different trees, plants, flowers are all around each other. Look at how different birds fly through the air. Look at the animals of different types that scamper about in your yards and in forests. What is the problem with humans that they cannot see to be together without judgment and criticism and hatred? Yes, we are all different in outer coloring, physical shape, hair texture, ancestral history, interests, and current experiences. Yet inside we look almost the same, and we have blood that is the color called red. Humanity needs to get its mankindness in order. Light is coming in stronger energetic currents and in faster vibrations. As the conductor on a train says when the train is ready to leave the station, all aboard. To use an air flight metaphor, Flight 2022 is now boarding at Gate January. Please show your up-leveled consciousness tickets. Let us light up our planet with love, peace, and wellness on all levels. Much love to everyone. Dr. Shavi from disclosurenews.it. And from here in the Moon Astrology, Sunday, January 2nd, 2022, hitting psychological bedrock. Those old pre-2020 New Year's rituals of compulsively hitting January 1st running, weighed down by self-help resolutions and linear must-reach goals, now seem like a distant memory. Now we know better, we do better. As Venus retrogrades in Capricorn until January 29th, the astrology of January 2022 is all about strengthening your psychic bedrock of magnetic, physical healing, repair, and integration. Don't jump straight into the next before you experience the now. You need to be rose-rooted before you can create next season's growth, and deeply planted ahead of the creative high water mark of April's Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. Frame it as a once-in-8-year opportunity to wake up from the deep sleep of your blind spots and repetitive karmic loops, as a chance to become fully present in now. If you cling to or fall back into the old fictions you used to fool yourself with, the present with its potential is inaccessible. If you keep trying to second-guess or project yourself into the future, you lose your power to act now. Today, Sunday, January 2nd, a stealth super new moon at 12-degree Capricorn squares Chiron and trines unpredictable Uranus. This is the first of 4 supermoons in 2022, a new moon on steroids at its closest to the Earth, bringing geomagnetic disturbance, high tides, and storm surges. These geophysical manifestations also fritz and fry your nervous system, making you extra sensitive. So channel this earthy Capricorn moon into practical clearing, sweeping away anything that is preventing your energy and creativity from flowing freely. Gift yourself with gentle body work, being outside in nature, eating well. There is some important soul searching to be done now with Venus retrograde, in Pluto's underworld until January 29th, and Mercury, guide of souls, retrograde alongside her between January 14th through February 3rd. On January 8th, Venus will literally black out, occulted by the sun, as she morphs into the morning star, aka Lucifer, the light bearer. At this Venus star point, something may have to die in order to be reborn. It's all about seeing what really matters when all your usual props and distractions have been taken away, and working with the energies to permanently clear the dross, the superficial, and the unnecessary. From here in the moon, astrology.co.uk. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. New moon in Capricorn, Mercury enters Aquarius. With Venus still retrograde in Capricorn and Mercury in the shadow of its own upcoming retrograde, part of the process of setting new goals and intentions for this lunation requires reflection on the past. Look back over the last 12 months and see what was achieved. Acknowledge accomplishments to generate the confidence to move forward. Let go of where you think you should be and accept where you are now, in this moment, today. Presence brings quiet authority and ability to manage feelings effectively. As the new moon is trine Uranus and Mercury is moving into Uranus-ruled Aquarius, there's an invitation to explore new ideas and consider alternative paths. This new moon feels like a hibernating bear awakening after a long winter sleep. Cold air tickles the nose and there's a scent of green shoots bursting forth. We may be moving slowly, cautiously, lumbering out from the cave, but look, there's a hint of a breakthrough on the horizon. Set your intention, commit. This is a radical new beginning. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from 13 Moon Peace Time, our galactic signature today is Keen 124, Yellow Resonant Seed. 4, Yellow Seed Khan. Target, awareness, flowering. Earth family, gateway, seed, moon, wizard, storm. Chakra, root, transmit. Affirmation, I am Khan, seed. I am your creativity and sexuality. I give to you the power of growth and reproduction. Rhythmic lizard moon. Lizard energy is a reminder to watch in connection to the earth and camouflage, to be ready at any moment to move away from what and who isn't connected to your life's path and talents, to be mindful in your actions. Key 3.6. These higher frequencies can be apprehended and become meaningful through learning and understanding numbers as the dimension that integrates mind, time, space, and consciousness. 260 Keys to Synchronotron, a guide to the new mind for people of the future. From 13moonpeacetime.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 124, Yellow Resonant Seed. Resonant is the name for the number 7, and its keywords are channel, attune, and inspire. We are right smack in the middle of the White Mirror wave spell, and today our truth-seeking mission is helped by the number 7's energy. Resonant days are all about fine-tuning your intuition, and when seeking the truth, it is very helpful to use your intuition so you may feel when something is true or not. Today is Yellow Seed, which represents target, flowering, and awareness. Yellow Seed is about sowing awareness, but also is a symbol of fertility and harvest. It's true that you reap what you sow, and on seed days you get the chance to see things flower that you've previously planted, including ideas. Sometimes plans and aspirations take time to grow. As it is a number 7 day, we can use our intuition to feel what we should be planting and what awareness we should be sowing for the future. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Resonant Seed, 7 Khan, Keen 124, 2nd of January 2022, Seeding the New Time, 2/1/2022 = 216 = 27 = 9, Day Codes 2, Partner, Twin, Cooperation, 9 Endings, Destiny, Mission, Divine, Grace, Humanity, Month Year Codes, 1 New Beginnings, Original, Leader, 6 Heaven, Christ, Family, Romance, Fertility, 7 Magic, Mystic, Spiritual, Solitude, Initiation, 2 Partners, Twin, Cooperation, 20 The Awakening, Clear Vision, 22 Architect of Peace, Master Builder, Keen 124 equals 7, mystic, magic, spiritual, solitude. A powerful day for seeding your divine mission. Day 7 in the white mirror wave spell of reflection, truth, illusion, endlessness, and magnification. Today we continue to strip away all core illusions and use this new energy to rise fearlessly to the highest potential of our soul's truth, revealing the precious divine seed that lies within each of us. Tone of creation, resonant tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires, power channel, essence attunement. The resonant tone very powerfully ignites the potential for great alchemy today, as it provides the ability to fine-tune and channel the magical forces available to us all. Remember that it is our vibration that will energize our creation, and that this is broadcast through our emotional body rather than our mental body. It is very important that we are stable, calm, and receptive to our feelings and what frequencies we are actually emitting as a transmitter to the etheric realm. Focus on what you are thinking and feeling today to determine your frequency and what you are attuned to. At tone 7, our vibrating phenomenon learns to be still and to listen. Mystical 7 understands that everywhere is magical, but right here is better. Once we attune and then channel the magic through this present moment, number 7 is also the frequency of the mystic and the magician, which doubles the magic of the white wizard, which is today's gift. Lots of magical power abounds today. What are you attuned to today? What will you manifest with your magical, enchanting powers? So beautiful souls, today is a wondrous day of divine flowering, inspired by all the beings of all the worlds, as we join in the quest to create the new time. Full speed ahead, destination, 5D Earth. Today's questions are, what else is possible for me, universe? How can I attune to the highest potential timeline for my soul to blossom? As a collective family, are we now choosing a better life for humanity? Divine blessings for the courage to open your petals and fully blossom today. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 124, Yellow Resonant Seed. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to target. Inspiring awareness, I seal the input of flowering with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of intelligence. And on this powerful day of activations and transformations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Angel of the Light, Edenic Miller, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and Condor. If you'd like to help support our work and help us continue to bring these transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Or if you'd like to make a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal link at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totem, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful codes from our Divine Angel of the Light, Usha Mandala. Awaken your light body and realize who you are. Pure love manifest in human form. Spread that love throughout your world. The fuel of your light body is love. Breathe with it, send it to others, and direct that love into the internal spaces that need healing and affirmation. Send it to your emotions, your pain, your physical ailments and organs. This is the breath of life. It loves you and gives you the power to heal yourself. Stay in this state for as long as you feel comfortable. Allow the Merkaba to fade when you're ready to return. This light body is available to support you anytime. Put simply, the light body is our vehicle to graduate from the human condition to return to source. If the goal of each soul is to merge with God, then the activation of our light body is what gets us there. To activate a light body is not the work of way-showers, gurus, and masters. It's a way of being intended for every living being who wishes to pursue it. This is about self-mastery. Once the light body is activated, more sincere practices and absolute love are necessary to elevate the light body to the rainbow body state. Ascension is our graduation to full cosmic consciousness. The rainbow body is the highest graduation of the light body, and the Merkaba must first be activated to hold these higher frequencies if we wish to ascend. The rainbow body is the result of maintaining a constant frequency of unconditional love. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Make sure you take a moment today to connect to your star nation, your star family. You can call upon them any moment, any time. You can call on the Lyrans, the Pleiadians, Andromedans, Arcturians, whatever star nation resonates with you the most. You can connect mind to mind, heart to heart. And if you need help and assistance in the physical, mental, emotional, ask them to please take you to the ship, into the healing chambers, into the medbed. They will now connect directly to you, make contact, and in the right moment take you to your healing chamber of transformation and transmutation. Keep walking your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step. Keep shining your light brightly into the night, and make sure to make this the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.